welcome back to my channel. This is Elizabeth and I'm coming to you from Sedona, Arizona, and this is going to be the August messages for Cancer. Hello Cancer, how are you? So this is going to be good for Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node of the Moon. These are general readings, so they won't resonate for everyone, but please use your own highest intuition and guidance to determine if these messages are right for you. As always, I'm available for personal readings. If you'd like to get more in depth, I would be so honored and privileged to read for you. Okay, Cancer, so let's just get to it. Let's pull you an Archangel card from the Angels of Atlantis deck. And all of the decks have been pre-shuffled and charged and cleared. And as always, I call in the divine with love and light. And I call in the archangels at the four corners of the world. And I call in the six elements, earth, air, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today for my dear Cancers. Uriel, freedom, amazing. This card, this is an image of a whirling dervish, and it's about freedom and dancing and joy and just liberating yourself. So in your life right now, where do you feel that you need more freedom? Where do you feel that you would like to feel more liberated? In what areas of your life, Cancer? And Uriel is coming in as your archangel. And since these descriptions are really short, we'll just read from this amazing book from Stuart Pearce is the name of this author. He's the divine companion. I love that. The drawing of this card illustrates that the oracle is asking you to free up your thinking and your feeling. For you are the only jailer that may be keeping your consciousness prisoner. Every aspect of your consciousness is a choice. And if you have made an inaccurate choice, choose again. That's the meaning of the word mistake. If this is what you missed, take again, mistake. This time, by liberating the conviction of your love for self, you will spring your soul from its prison. Ask Uriel to show you alternative choices. Because they resonate of pure love, they will also free you from your thought jail and take you to consequences you may never have dreamed of. So this is really beautiful, and this is working with your sixth chakra and your third eye, or your third eye is your sixth chakra. So this is going to work with your third eye, and it's saying guidance is imminent, and the more you will dance with the infinite. It's so beautiful. So it is really speaking to like allow yourself to feel free and have some fun, you know, just to liberate yourself and get your energy flowing. Is like what I'm feeling from this is really getting your energy flowing this month, Cancer, for the rest of the month. And I know that that may be hard right now. You know, we're a lot of people are feeling rather restricted in what they can do, but nobody's stopping you from putting on music and dancing in your house or dancing in your yard, or you know, whatever that looks like for you. So Archangel Uriel. And Uriel also, I see him as an archangel that helps us with like serious matters. So if there's any type of contracts, anything involving perhaps like the courts or anything like that, or signing important contracts, that Uriel can come in if you ask him to come in and help you with any of that. You know, he will make sure that everything is fair. And that everything works out in your best interest. Okay, so that might resonate for some of you. And we're going to pull you one card from the Angels and Ancestors by Kyle Gray. One card for my dear Cancers, please. Wow, Aries got this. So interesting. Broken Arrow. And really what this is speaking to is like laying down the defenses, coming out of a defensive mode, putting down the weapons, putting the fight to rest. So everywhere we look now, especially if you're online, you're gonna see people arguing and fighting pretty much every single day over everything, you know, political views, opinions, just all of it. It's very, very divisive out there, so I'm not surprised that this card is coming out. It's saying embrace the energy of peace. And so when you look at, you know, an arrow, when you think of an arrow, it was used for hunting and it was used for war. And this isn't just saying to put it down, it's saying just to destroy it, to break it. It's the same message I gave to Aries, that you're really being called to step up and find your inner peace, and that not every fight is worth fighting, and that you don't have to show up to every argument, and that if this is something that's making you feel like imprisoned almost, you know, if this is blocking your freedom just to think for yourself or to have peace in your life, then it might really be time for the rest of this month just to put down the weapons, you know, to not partake in this fighting energy. Mars in Aries. Mars is moving through Aries, so it's a very fiery month. You know, we have Mars moving through Aries, the Sun is in Leo, we have Mercury moving through Leo, the Chiron in Aries is still happening. So there's a lot of fire energy in the sky until we move into Virgo season. So right now it is feeling very, very heavy with very energetically charged, I want to say. And because it's energetically charged, that means that there is an opportunity. You know, this figure, this whirling dervish, is full of motion and action, and it's all yellow, like solar plexus activity, fire, the sun. So it means that we have energy. So it's about where are you putting your energy, and really, really deciding where you want to put your energy for your own peace, for your own peace of mind, to perhaps be a peacekeeper, be a peacemaker between other people, and that ultimately it's going to free up so much of your energy that you'll have the energy to sing, to dance, to play, and more energy for your family, more energy for your children, you know, whatever that looks like for you, to just free up the space. And maybe that's something that you've already really been working on. I want to check the bottom of the deck. Wow. The Seer. I'm not surprised, Cancer. You know, you're ruled by the moon, and you are a sign that's highly psychic, very, very intuitive. And this is asking you to see beyond the current situation, but more so I'm feeling like this is your psychic abilities really wanting to come online. You know, especially if you're watching a video for tarot, it means that you're already connected to that energy, to the cosmos, to your insight, your inner sight, your third eye. You know, again, that third eye. So that showed up at the bottom of that deck. Very interesting. Before we start the tarot, we'll get some cards from the Oracle, the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. And we'll get 2 to 3 cards to kind of set the tone for your tarot reading. And like I said, these have all been shuffled really well, but we'll just do them a few more times. We're going to use the Muse Tarot today by Chris Ann, and I've really been enjoying this deck. We're also going to do a crystal healing for you, pull some crystal cards, and I have a really, 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 really special deck for you, Cancer, just for you. And I have Gemini to do as well after you, and then I'm done with the monthlies. So I might wind up using the deck for Gemini as well, just to be fair. But I really pulled a very special deck for you, and that's going to be towards the end of the reading. After the tarot, we'll do the crystal, and we'll do this other really special deck. And I'm not going to tell you because I want it to be a surprise. But no other sign got this deck this month, so it's special for you, Cancer. Okay, so we're going to do some cards for the Cancer Collective for the remainder of August, please. Spirit, thank you so much. Cancer, please. What are the messages for Cancer? A leg up wanted to come out. And I just heard I get high with a little help from my friends. A leg up. Okay. One more time. What are the messages for Cancer? Time for a nap. To the sea. And fork in the road. Bottom of the deck, a leg up. It was really meant to be there. So since it came out twice, 34 breaking down to a 7, this really is about knowing where you can reach out for help for the rest of this month. or where you can be of help to other people. And I love that these are like polar bears and it's a mama bear. You know, Cancer, you are fourth house. That is about the divine feminine and the mother and home, matters of the home, feeling safe. And we see this polar bear, you know, when she's with her cub, and there's a little star on the polar bear, so it is signifying like, where's your North Star? Where's your home? Who can help you, you know, during times when you need help? And also, are you able to help other people? So it can go both ways. 34 breaking down to a 7, and then here we have another 7 to the sea, So some of you may be traveling, and some of you may really be like craving the ocean, your water sign, going to the beach, get into your element for the rest of the month. It's been so hot for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere. And if you're watching from the Southern Hemisphere, I welcome you. I'm so thrilled to know if there's any people from the Southern Hemisphere watching my videos. But you know, this really to me is speaking to like finding a direction. And it's water energy, it's your energy, it's emotional, you know. This may be a really sensitive time for you, and that's why Spirit is letting you know. Spirit sees you and sees, you know, how tired you may be feeling, whether it's just the tired of everything that's going on, or, you know, more on an interpersonal level in your own life, that Spirit sees this and wants you to know that it's okay to rest. It is okay to rest. Look at this beautiful colors here. So soft and golden, like the most beautiful sunset, you know, and that little fox is just sleeping in the moon. And the fox too is symbolizing, you know, they've had to be really sly and really, really using your instincts this month and maybe, you know, in the past. And it takes a lot of energy to always be looking in every direction and making sure that you're maybe dodging danger or dangerous situations or situations that feel hurtful, and that it's really okay to rest. Spirit's urging you to make sure that you're resting when you need to. 24 breaking down to a 6. It's about coming back into balance. The 7 here, this is about, you know, it's a very spiritual number. So these are like soul lessons, and going off to sea on your own, you know. There's something kind of bubbling up here near her boat. So things may feel like they're bubbling up for you, and she has, you know, almost like a compass there. It's about, you know, finding a direction, really. Finding a direction, again, with this North Star in the leg up card, that there is a fork in your road. There may be a choice of various directions that you can go in right now. A 1 and a 3, 13. First of all, 13 being the number of the divine feminine. All of the buried wisdom of the divine feminine, the witches, you know, that kind of energy. And it also breaks down to a 4, 2020, we're in a 4 year. And that this year, you really may have had to choose a new path altogether. You've had multiple choices of which way to go, different jobs to take, different places to move to, various relationships to choose between, and even just within your own belief system. And maybe that's why this energy of time for a nap into the sea is about taking the time to be by yourself, knowing when it's okay to just retreat, really to just retreat and go inward and spend some time alone, spend some time in your feelings, really tapping into your inner knowing, right? Your inner knowing, but also knowing who's going to be there to help you. And if you can be there to help someone else, that might be really helpful too. And that's another 7 right there, 34, 7. So these two numbers coming out as 7s for you as opportunities for growth. Really, really beautiful. So let's get into the tarot and see what wants to come out in your tarot reading. My dear watery, feely, sensitive crabbies, and see what energies are with you for the rest of the month, what the opportunities are, see what's been going on with you. Okay, just one more time. Like I said, I've shuffled these really, really thoroughly. So this woman in the boat to the sea, she has fairy wings, by the way. So if she wanted to, she could get off the boat and fly away. Do you see that? She's got fairy wings. She's magical. You're magical. She also has a little telescope too, so it shows like that she's looking, you know, if she needs to observe, she can see to great distances. She's there by choice, okay? So just really remember that. She's there by choice, and if she wanted to, she could fly away and she could go home or she could move on, but she's there intentionally. She went to the sea intentionally, and I really do feel this is like getting into your feelings, really allowing yourself to feel the feels right now. Okay, so we're gonna do a 6-card spread for my dear Cancer collective for the remainder of August. What are the messages for my dear Cancers? So the underlying energy for you for the rest of the month is the 5 of Swords. That's like this energy right here, breaking that arrow, putting down the weapons. And we'll clarify that with the Moon. Wow, here's your card coming out, and look at this Moon card. Have you ever? It's so beautiful, that pink moon. At the heart of your reading from the top of the deck is the Hanged Man. Time for a nap, huh? And in the past or foundation is the Queen of Cups. Amazing, your energy coming out. Okay, Queen of Cups. That's this to the sea. I think you already did this, Cancer. Past or foundation. In your present, we have the 9 of Voices. In the future, we have the Page of Voices. And the advice is the 9 of Inspiration. Yeah, persevere, keep going. Like, you can do this, really and truly, and you really may need to rest extra for the rest of the month. So we're gonna get a lot of clarifiers for sure. We'll get you some clarifiers. I'm gonna put time for a nap over here, and I think we'll put to the sea over here in this corner, and fork in the road over here, with the energy of the Metatron's cube, so we can kind of help you with that fork in the road if you are making an important decision in your life. Yeah, so this 5 of Swords, this came up quite a bit in the August readings, and this is the, you know, this is all of the stuff that I really believe that this is connected into what's happening in the world, and how the external is affecting and reflecting, both affecting and reflecting the internal world. That this year has been highly charged, and everybody is in defensive mode. You feel defensive when you leave the house and you put a mask on. You feel defensive when you're online. You feel defensive when you watch the news, like all of that. And if you're someone who's not really paying attention that much, you don't watch the news around the clock, maybe you're someone who doesn't wear a mask, you know, you're a Cancer and you're still feeling the collective energy, okay? You're still feeling the collective energy. You're highly empathic and very sensitive. And this is just showing, you know, these two together, the 5 of Swords with the Moon is showing just how sensitive you are to other people's words, to other people's actions. And you may really feel like you've had people around you, you know, this is an underlying energy. This is the shadow, and the shadow is the shadow. With the Moon, we can't see everything so clearly. It's illusory. It represents illusion. It represents the shadow. It represents secrets. It represents, you know, secrets coming to light. Maybe maybe you found out some things about some of the people in your life, or someone really important to you, things were revealed. You know, this Five of Swords is some shady energy here. And also it could be, you know, your relationships with other people, if you've been engaging back, if there's been fighting with other people, you know, it's a defense mechanism, and it's really egoic, and it's a card of Gemini, and that's why in this picture you see like the two faces almost, right? So this could be people around you that you really cared about, this leg up, people that you thought were there to support you, and they're showing or displaying some behaviors that are really making you feel otherwise. The shadow has come out. They're both cards of the shadow. So this author so brilliantly has put an olive branch in between the two faces, because it's showing that there is a way to peace, right? Embrace the energy of peace. And there is a way to free and liberate your mind from this. And that's why these two energies are here for you. So no matter what's been going on with you, with regards to your relationships with other people, you're highly sensitive and very intuitive right now. You're feeling a lot of the negative energy, perhaps, and it may even be shown to you in real life, inside of your work relationships, your relationship with your partner, inside of your family, friends, just you name it. It really may be rearing its ugly head, or has been, and Spirit is really asking you, really asking you to free up your mind and to make peace. Now, whether that is, you know, determining who you can make peace with in relationships, and who maybe you're just like, you know, I'm not doing anything with that, it's over and done with. We see here on the bottom, there are all of these figures, and they are meditating. They're doing yoga. They're almost like in a yoga class together. So it is really asking you to, you know, to get aligned, to go within, to find your inner peace. At the heart of the reading is the Hanged Man. This came out for the advice for Taurus, and for you, it's at the heart of your reading. You know, this is where we totally surrender. We totally surrender, and we can't stay here forever. This is a state of suspension. This is where there's no action. This is where nothing's happening. This is where you might even just be taking a nap here and really resting from this energy, because this is a harsh energy, and it takes a lot out of us when we're moving through these kinds of shadows. So this really could be you, like, just in surrender, not doing anything about it. You want a new perspective, or you need to have a new perspective. This card is so bright. It's as bright as the sun. And the reason why is because the Hanged Muse, or the Hanged Man, goes into this state of suspension, goes upside down to gain a new perspective, a totally new perspective, to see things from a totally new perspective. And here even you see the pyramids coming out as a nod to like this Lion's Gate, you know, this 8/8 Lion's Gate that we just moved through in Leo season, and the connection into the mysteries here, this all-seeing eye. She's gaining a new perspective. It is a sacrifice. The Hanged Man is a card of sacrifice. It's the ultimate reversal. You know, it's where we might not want to be there, because in the Hanged Man, not a whole lot happens. You know, it's not like a card of a lot of action, but what comes out of it is like total illumination. You know, it's where, like I said, where we're able to see things completely differently. And maybe that is this freedom, like this is what you want. This whirling dervish is sort of displaying this bright yellow color. You know, that's getting the solar plexus back on, where it's, you know, your solar plexus is on, but it's not from a place of anger and wanting to fight and wanting to keep fighting and stay in this energy. The solar plexus comes on so that we can move, and we can be joyful, and we can attract abundance, and we can be free, essentially, You know, it's the healthy masculine energy as opposed to the warlike masculine energy. Those are the two polarities of the masculine. Solar plexus, Mars in Aries, and Mars is moving through Aries. And I don't know if I mentioned that yet, but this is a big thing. During this whole time of all of this, you know, divisiveness and just extreme polarities that we're seeing all over the world, and especially in the United States, Mars is moving through Aries, and it's making, I want to say a square or even a T-square to Pluto in Capricorn, and then it's going to meet up with Saturn as well, and just this square, so that there's a lot of anger coming up collectively. And I know that you see it, and I know you see what's going on, and I know you feel it, and it feels like it's really been creeping into your life. And if it hasn't, you're just seeing it everywhere, and it's triggering. And so you really want to have, like, just go into the state of suspension. Cancer, I love your pastor foundation. I love that you're embodying your own suit and that you're coming up as a queen. It's your card, you know? It's the divine feminine. It's the Queen of Cups, the nurturer, the psychic, the healer. She's all about love. She's all about the heart space. She's all about feeling. This is your past and your foundation. So if this is about a relationship, right? This energy inside of the relationship, you really felt it. It broke your heart, I want to say. You know, it really, really broke your heart. Whatever people have been kind of like displaying this energy, and also if it was you, like, you're deep in the feels about it, and that's why this to the sea came out. You know, look at these cards together. You have a lot of love and a lot of love to give, and you're really feeling everything right now, or at least in your foundation you were. We're going to get clarifiers, because in the present you're coming out with the 9 of Swords. And so this is where, you know, there's some regret. You really think now you're thinking about everything. So it's like now you're replaying it all in your mind. It's coming out under the 5 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords. So whatever happened here, you're replaying it in your mind, and you're not, you know, able to sleep at night, let's just say, as an example. But you see here, here's this other figure, and she's just in a fluffy cloud, and she's sleeping, and she's peaceful. So it's, again, showing this polarity, you know, this polarity of the shadow and then the light. And here even the shadow and then the light that's available. There's hope. That's what I'm getting at. There's hope. And I know that you know this. And that's why the heart of the reading is the Hanged Man, because this is where you're finding the hope again. The Hanged Man is where you're going to find the hope again, if you somehow can change your perspective, and you're really, really looking to do that. So I think we'll start with some clarifiers. Because before we get into the future energy. So let's start with, let's get another card for this 5 of Swords Moon card. The 2 cards together of the underlying energy. Why is the 5 of Swords with the Moon as the underlying energy for Cancer? Okay. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. You really want a new start emotionally with this person, with these people, with this situation. Like, you want to start the cycle all over again, like in a new way. It's all about the love for you. You want to feel the love again. You really want to feel the love again, Cancer. You want to really get out of your head and back into your heart of where you used to be. And I'm seeing this card as, like, because of just the colors, as like a highly creative Queen of Cups. Like, usually we think of the Queen of Wands as being the highly creative one, but I'm seeing this Queen of Cups as someone who was just really, really creative, because look at all that color there. And I feel like you're tired of being in the shadow, you know, in the shadows, because of the present energy is, you know, it's shadowy. It's like clinging to the things that have happened. It's replaying it over and over again in the mind, whatever regrets you're feeling over some of your relationships with people or situations. It could be a job, and that you want to get back to this surrendering to the heart, out of the mind and back into the heart. Past energy of the Queen of Cups. Let's get into your past energy, past or foundation of this Queen of Cups. We'll do a couple of cards for her. Past energy for the Queen of Cups, for my dear Cancers. Yeah, it seems like this might have happened out of nowhere. 5 of Wands with the 7 of Cups, where there was just sudden fighting, because now we've got 2 5s. 5 of Swords and 5 of Wands, and this is conflict and drama and fighting, and you know, there could have been some narcissistic behaviors coming out with some people, and in the past, like, that was what was happening, and it was really confusing for you. There was a lot of confusion inside of this fighting, like who said what first, who did what first, where you're almost like, I don't even know how this happened. You know, all I wanted was love. All I wanted was love. How is this all happening? Why is there so much drama? Why is there so much fighting? Like, there's a lot of confusion here. This is Neptune and Pisces. And we are going, you know, we are in a Neptune and Pisces transit. So that's why the Hanged Man is your advice. It's just like, you gotta take a pause. If this is something in your present, and it's so funny because at the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. And if I just set this to Taurus, and if you add the 2 5s together, you get a 10, and the 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so I'm gonna say the same thing that I said to to Taurus. The 5s, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, they are agents of chaos. They're chaotic, and they don't feel good to be in the 5 energy, but it leads to change. They're a catalyst for change. It shows us something that we don't want to see. You know, the ego, the self-sabotaging behaviors, defense mechanisms, patterns that we learned in childhood to protect ourselves, whether it's you or the other person or the other people. These are patterns that we learn in childhood of where we go to when we feel attacked and we need to protect ourselves, and it can come out nasty. And the 5 of Wands is the drama, the competition, needing to one-up the other person. This is the victory at any cost. Victory at any cost. And this is just like, I will, you know, step all over you to get what I want. Wands, the action that we take out into the world around our desires or passions. So combined, you know, it's going to show us what we don't want. If this is an internal thing for you, or if this is like a reflection of what you're seeing in other people, regardless, it doesn't even matter. It might as well be from ourselves, because it's going to lead to change, because you're going to get fed up with it after a while. And I know that you're there because you're coming out as the Queen of Cups, who wants to love and heal and create and swim in the emotional realm and be in the flow and create, and you know, just be all colorful and beautiful and watery, and it's such a beautiful energy, the Ace of Cups of the Queen of Cups. So you don't want to stay in these 5s, but it's being shown to you so much, or it was shown to you so much, that you are like, you want that wheel to turn, Wheel of Fortune. It's all of this chaos and conflict is going to lead to massive changes for you, Cancer. Changes for the better, like to where you may not repeat these cycles anymore, right? The wheel, the cycles. You may not repeat these cycles anymore. I feel like when there's this kind of conflict around you or within you, you may just go into a state of confusion where your mind almost gets like foggy and you can't even figure out what direction to go in, what to do next, how to resolve it. Like it just becomes almost like a blur for you, an emotional fog, if that makes any sense. Like your waters get really murky. And so that for me is what the 7 of emotions is representing here. And this is why the Hanged Man is coming up as you're in the heart of your reading. Everything revolves around you doing this, is to pause, put yourself up there, gain a new perspective, take as long as you need. That's where this is coming in. Take a nap, take as long as you need. That's where that fox is coming in. Like I said, it's a sly energy, you know? If this has been other people or you, I was just feeling this sense of real defensiveness. Like you've got your arrows, they had their arrows, everyone's pointing arrows at each other. It's decision time for you. You can go back and keep doing the same thing over and over. You can find a new way. And it's gonna start with you getting into Hanged Man, and maybe you're there right now, but it's saying that in the present, you're still up in the head. And you're feeling the regret, and that's okay because the mind is gonna kind of work it out first. You know, sometimes the mind just needs to do what it needs to do, but, you know, and just kind of replaying it, and maybe losing some sleep over it. Let's get some clarifiers for the Hanged Man, okay? And just see the wheel. Yes, do this and your blessings will come. The wheel will turn. Like, these are very different energies because the wheel moves, right? The wheel loves to move. The wheel loves to turn, right? The Hanged Man is gonna hang until it's time to get off of the tree or wherever the Hanged Man is hanging from, you know, but the wheel loves to turn. So if you do this, if you really take the time to honor what you have going on in your heart, Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups in your heart, the moon, understand that it's cyclical. You know that. You're ruled by the moon. You really understand the cycles of nature, the cycles of emotions, how emotions come in and then the emotions go out, just like the tides, low tide and high tide. So it really is saying to you, get into Hanged Man. It may require you to sacrifice a bit. So whether that's like, you're feeling like you're sacrificing, I don't know, like, you know, this energy of the 5s can be a little bit addicting. Like if you feel like maybe you've gotten a little addicted to the drama, but I'm feeling it as more of like maybe you're not talking to as many people. Maybe you're kind of going into hermit mode a bit, you know, whatever you feel like. But if I do this, then I'm sacrificing these other things. If you do, you're gonna be rewarded. This is a card of Jupiter and great blessings. So then the rewards will come and you will complete the cycle. You'll complete this cycle of these 5s. And it's really about your growth. That's why I was saying the growth. The 7 here, and then the 7 here, 2 7s, 7 7. It's about like soul lessons, the hard-earned lessons, right? So you're at a pivotal moment in your life. This is a pivotal moment in your life. Let's get a clarifier for the present energy. We'll get a few clarifiers for this 9 of Swords. So presently, what else is going on with my dear Cancers in the present? And I'm sorry that this, you know, this is a little bit of a harder reading. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Coins. This card's been coming out a lot too recently. This 10 of Pentacles, like this really could be going back to like what's going on in your own home, you know, or with family. your community, you know, that's why this leg up came out. Maybe this is stuff with your children or your parents, conversely. You know, you might have a lot of people looking to you, Cancer, depending on you, needing something from you, needing money from you, needing stability from you. Maybe you're the one putting the roof over everyone's head, and that could even just be this energy of the present that might be keeping you up at night. How am I going to provide for everyone? You know, working really, really hard. And it is, you know, it is about where you feel stable. Fourth house, Cancer, home, stability, safety, feeling nurtured. Coins are all about what we nurture. This is the oak tree. It started with the ace and it grew into an oak tree. This was tended to over and over and over again, consistently. This is consistent, dedicated effort that took to build this giant rose bush. This author, she plays with proportions, and it's so brilliant. And look at the tribe there. You really want your people. You really want the sense of community. You really want togetherness. Even here, like, you know, with this, like, let's say that's you in your own element, you know, with the moon, your ruler. And the people around you are just statues. So you're kind of solo. But I see this as like you really wanting togetherness. And that's why with this Five of Voices, Five of Swords and the moon, you have the Ace of Cups. Like you really, really just want to get back into the heart space, and like you really want everybody just to get along. And you're not understanding why that isn't happening. Maybe you've really tried to make peace, to be the peacemaker. But cards are asking you to take a big pause and take some time to really gain a new perspective. Get that all-seeing eye there. This is available to you. Deep, deep inner knowing, insight, revelation, totally different perspective. Let's get another card for the present energy of the Nine of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles. One more card, please. Present energy for Cancer. One more card, please. Okay. Six of Materials. Yeah, a lot of this is about, you know, the things that are in the physical, the things you can see, feel, and touch. Six, it's where things come into balance. It's where there's equal give and take. It's where there's equal giving and receiving. It's also where if you have more, then maybe you are giving charity to others. So it's where things come back into balance in your life. And maybe that's what some of this fight was about things not feeling equal. Maybe because you're coming up as this Queen of Cups, you feel like you have been overgiving emotionally, overgiving to people, and you're not getting it back. And that was confusing to you. Like, you're giving the ace. You're like, here's my cup. Here's my cup. Here's my heart. Here's my heart. I'm a queen. Here it is for the taking. And people have been taking and not giving back. It hasn't been equal. And now you're like, maybe even just questioning yourself, you know? And that's why this is so important to take this big pause. Okay, future energy. You really want things to be equal though. And not just equal, but like you want to feel like you're a part of something. That's why I was saying I feel togetherness. You want to feel the togetherness. And it also could be just thinking back, like to just, you know, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, a year ago, when maybe you were feeling like you had that, and then this whole situation has thrown everything off course for so many of us, you know, for so many people. But you're, you know, this out to sea. It speaks volumes. Take your proverbial boat and go out to the proverbial sea. She has, It looks like she's writing. She's got like a large piece of paper, a journal. She could even be drawing. I'm just feeling this sense of art from a lot of you Cancerians. Just this water energy that's coming up, and like she's got some kind of a notepad or a journal or a sketchbook, and I'm feeling this sense of art from you guys. Maybe I'm picking up on that. If you are an artist, like create. Now is the time to create. Maybe you have been too. So, okay, but you are at a fork in the road. This is a pivotal moment for you. You really, really are. And before you take any action, because this Page of Swords is in the future, some of these people may not stop. They may not stop engaging, trying to engage with you. You're a queen. This is a page. Do you see the difference here? She's been coming around a lot too this month, this page. And this, like I said, I feel like this is that collective energy that is, you know, just really oversharing information, sharing false information, just opinion, not a lot of fact. It's very catty, it's very petty. This is people, you know, just saying all kinds of nasty things to each other. It's that lower vibrational energy that really may have you like needing to free up your mind. We already talked about all of this. I know it's not you because you are a queen, okay? And you could be a male too. I should always say this is not gender specific, but you're embodying the energy of the feminine. And it's perfect because the moon came out and you're Cancer, it's a feminine sign. So it's Spirit's way of confirming like that you're in your own element, you're in your own energy somehow. And I give you a lot of credit for that. Even if you feel like you just really want to go to war with these people, there's some kind of a restraint happening for you. And the future, this could just be a projection where, you know, a lot of times we project into the future, like this shit isn't going to stop happening, you know? And it's just going to keep happening. And it's also Spirit's way of saying like, look, this is the climate that we live in right now. And so it could also be someone just like really wanting to talk to you, but beware, they're going to come to you as a page. So that Five of Swords energy, Five of Wands energy could still be there. It's coming out under the Hanged Man. So it's saying to you, look, just because you take the necessary steps, I'm just going to take a sip. Okay. Just because you take the necessary step towards your freedom, your mental freedom, doesn't mean that other people are going to follow. This energy may still be there when you come out of Hanged Man, but you will be different. You will be different. You won't engage in the same way. You'll have a different approach. You'll deal with them differently. You'll deal with the energy differently. Like this. Surrender to it. It all goes back to these two cards. Break the arrow. Destroy the weapons. Whether the weapon is your voice, whether the weapon is your mind, whatever that is, destroy it. You don't need it anymore. You don't need it anymore. That's what Spirit wants you to know. Let's get a few cards for this Page of Voices. 2 cards, please, for the Page of Voices for my dear Cancer collective. 2 cards, please. Okay. Yeah, and you may feel alone, and you may feel like, did I miss out on friends? Did I miss out on a relationship? Did I miss out on a job because I'm not taking anyone's BS anymore, because I'm not engaging? Am I missing out? Am I missing out on friends online? Am I missing out? I don't know. Think about it. Am I missing out on a job opportunity because I don't have the same opinions as everyone else? Am I missing out? Am I missing out? Bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups. Spirit's like, nope, you're not missing out. This is how you're going to find your happiness. 10 of Cups. You've got 3 tens here. 10, 10, 10. 10, the Wheel. 10, this is amazing. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. It doesn't get any more blessed than this, Cancer. Do you see this? This is the happily ever after, the rainbow, the happy family. This is total abundance in the physical. The legacy that you can leave. You're gonna have to work for this. It's in your present. Wheel of Fortune, blessings, completing of a cycle, getting off the karmic loop of whatever all of this is. You may have to sacrifice some people, and it may feel a little bit lonely sitting in that empty space with 3 cups of what used to be your support system, feeling alone. But look at that. You are the cup, Cancer. You are the cup. Fill your own cup, Cancer. Fill your own cup. This is what's available to you. Change your perspective. Take a big time out from all of this drama and nonsense. I'm feeling it for you. Really, I'm feeling it for you. I'm feeling, the emotions and all of it. I'm really feeling it for you. Okay, 9 of Inspiration as your advice. Don't give up. You feel like a wounded warrior. You feel like you've been to battle with these arrows. You've been to battle. 9 wands, 9 of them. You're wounded. Persevere. Don't give up. Do not give up. But take a nap if you need it. Rest. Honor yourself. Honor what you've been through. Honor the deep, deep love that you have in your heart. Honor it. Honor that. Nourish it. And Cancer, if you have been the one, if you have contributed, to this drama and poopy energy, own it. And I think that that's what this is. I think this is you owning where you were responsible. I posted something on my Instagram a few days ago. It was a message that came out really strong about forgiveness. And it was a postcard from Spirit. And it was about, it's never too late to make things right. So if you're in a space where you're feeling like there's people or situations that you want to make right, where you just want to own up to what you've done, then by all means do it. Whether it's to that person directly or just writing a letter and sending it out, in the spiritual. If you feel like it's not safe to go back to that person and talk to them, knowing, using your own highest intuition. But if there are people that you really want to make amends with or a situation, then do it, then do it, because that's going to be part of this liberation and this freedom, and embracing the energy of peace. Lay down the defenses. I really feel like you're protected. We're going to get some, and I'm not even going to clarify this 9 of Wands as your advice. Keep going, and rest if you need to. Let's see. So that's going to do it for the tarot. Let's see. I want to get you a message from your spirit guides. John Holland deck, awesome deck. I want to see what your spirit guides want to say to you. So we're just going to call in the spirit guides for the Cancer Collective. Okay. And ask, what is your message regarding this spread? Or if there's something more important, what is the message for my dear Cancers, Cancer Collective, for the rest of August? Please, Spirit. These two want to come out. We're going to take them. There's that rainbow. Oh my goodness. Relationships. Okay. Yes. Five of voices. Okay. Relationships are just mirror images of your own life. How you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. Relationships. Yeah. You know, check yourself. Of course, we always should be doing that. And then, here's your rainbow. Embrace the moment. I love this card. Oh my goodness. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you are changing your energy. This is such an incredible card. Here's a nod to the sun, to Leo season. There's that rainbow, like the rainbow in the Ten of Cups. Beautiful. And she sort of has like, you know, a halo over her head. She's being illuminated. This is like the Hanged Man, but embrace the moment. Embrace what you do have right now. You know, that's what I was saying, like your Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups energy, like really, really embrace that, Cancer, and how special that is. Okay, and let's get you a Power of Surrender card. And let's see, I have a special deck that we're gonna use next after this Power of Surrender, and we're gonna get you a message from the moon, a message from your ruler. How fun is that? And we're going to use the Art Through the Eyes of the Soul Oracle deck, which is a really, really special deck because I'm feeling like some of you are artists. I don't know why. Okay. Cancer. What does Cancer need to surrender or to surrender to? Please, one card, Spirit. Thank you so much. Surrender the drama, Cancer. What was I saying? Surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. Okay, surrender that drama. So what does this one wanted to pop out? Surrender worry. Okay, also surrender some worry. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out. I do that a lot. I imagine them as like gray matter or just like, I breathe them out and I imagine it just like going back to spirit. Breathe them out of your body and focus on the power of your heart and have faith that spirit is guiding you always. This lovely energy. It just popped out of the deck when I went to put the deck back. Okay. Art Through the Eyes of the Soul by Cheryl Yambra Rose, who is an artist. She is a painter, and she made an oracle deck based on a lot of her paintings, and they are beautiful, and I love them. And this is going to be a message from your ruler, the moon. What does the moon have to say to my dear Cancer Collective for the rest of August? What would you like to say to my dear Cancerians, Cancer Collective? One card, please. Lady Luna. Cancer, create. That's what I said. Some of you are artists in some way, shape, or form. Activate your DNA. Activate your DNA. Are you ready for an upgrade? Okay. The descriptions are very short, and look at this beautiful woman. You know, she sort of looks a bit like the seer here. Look at her. Gorgeous, gorgeous. She's a goddess for sure. So let's just, beneath the veil of Sophia. Sophia is the feminine aspect of God, of Source. Let's see. So she painted this painting in the year 2006. Oh my gosh. Let the arts be a catalyst to bringing your inner visions and ideas into form. Anything you can dream, you have the power to create. Sophia is often referred to as the goddess of wisdom or the world soul. In Central and Eastern Europe, she is still revered today as the bride of God, the twin flame of God, and the primal force and vehicle of creation. In the Grail Castle of Karlstein, a distinction is still made between her and Mary. So she's not Mary, she's Sophia. Sophia is the woman clothed with the sun, with moon under her feet, and 12 stars above her head, similar to the Empress in the Major Arcana. While Mary is being carried by angels to her. This is a big, big feminine energy here, Cancer. In this painting, Sophia is unveiling herself as creatrix. Her hair turns into DNA, from which lightning strikes the sea, as scientists suggest may have been the catalyst beginning life on Earth. So her hair turns into DNA, from which lightning strikes the sea, as scientists suggest may have been the catalyst beginning life on Earth. This really is a time for you, Cancer, to like step back into your power. Maybe you've just had a lot of drama in your life for years, you know, and this is the time to really like free yourself from it for once and for all. You know, allow your DNA to activate, allow the upgrades to come in. These are ascension energies, and these are ascension times that we are living in. You know, get on that train, get on the ascension train. One of the easiest questions that you can ask yourself when dealing with a situation, people, a relationship, whatever it is a very simple question. Is this worth my ascension? Is this worth my ascension? Is it worth it? I don't think it is. Okay. Last but not least, I want to get you a funny. Oh, I have a special deck for you. Okay, first I want to get you a comedy card. And I hope that those of you who, if you're tarot readers, that you don't find this offensive. But this is the Tarot Mood deck. It's just called Mood. And they're jokes, because I feel like we need to lighten your mood a little bit, Cancer. And it's funny, I had pulled this out thinking, does Cancer need to we need to lighten the mood for Cancer. So this is called the Mood deck, and they're kind of jokes, and they can be a little raunchy, so I hope that this doesn't offend anyone. If you may find, it offensive, then maybe just shut it off now, or just mute me for like a minute, because then we're gonna get your special deck. Okay. Tarot Mood. What is the mood or the joke for Cancer for the rest of this month? And we'll just say, maybe this could be from like your guardian angels who want you to lighten up and, just have a little laugh. What is the card for Cancer, please? One card, please. Okay, that's it. I love this, Cancer. Okay. So your energy is the Devil. And he says, oh my God. And he says, my tail is on fire. And the guy says, should we get going then? And the girl says, nah, just pass the chocolate. Free weed and chocolate. And if you look really closely, the devil is smoking a big fat spliff. It is to make light of it, you know, and it really is like not to take all of this so seriously all of the time. And I know some of you are like maybe getting a little angry with that message, like, but it is serious. I have a career, I have a job, I have relationships at work, and they're going to hell. They're going to hell. And, you know, children and a husband, and these are important relationships to me. I know, I get that, but you are still a soul embodied. And no matter what, you are a soul that is having a physical existence, and don't forget that. And sometimes maybe you just need to smoke a joint, you know, if you do. And it's maybe Spirit's just way, you know, of saying that. I love that the devil came out, and it is, you know, these 2 5s. It is a sort of, it's a toxic energy that you're moving through. And so it is Spirit's way of just making fun of it, just to lighten it up a bit, okay? So I hope that didn't offend anyone. But now we're gonna get you a super, 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 super special card, and we'll probably do a couple. This is the Lemurian Star Child's Oracle. And this is comes from Glastonbury, and it's, you know, that Lemurian energy. If any of you are connected to dolphins and whales, the teachings of the dolphins, the teachings of the whales, if you identify with, you know, having past lives on the island of Lemuria and being connected in with that civilization that was, you know, ascended. They were ascended, and if you still carry some of that magic with you, that mermaid magic, merman magic, let's see what the energy of Lemuria, of the sea, of the dolphins, the wisdom of this place, and the healing that took place there, and how high vibrational it was, then this will be for you. We're just going to get you one card. We'll look at the bottom of the deck too. If you know my readings, you know I always look at the bottom of the deck, so it's like you get an extra card. Okay. They're really big cards. Okay. So we're going to get one card. And if anyone wants to do like a personal reading and just use this deck because it's so exquisite, I could, you know, we could do a specific spread for you. Let's just, and then maybe we'll just end it. You won't even need a crystal card. Let's do 3 cards. Okay, we're gonna do a mini reading with this deck. Just because your energies were a little tough, Cancer. So we're going to do, okay, your life purpose will be your first card. Your second card will be your strength, a current strength. And your third card is going to be your spiritual gift. Life purpose, strength, and your spiritual gift. Okay? For my dear Cancers. What we got, Cancer. Okay, so your life purpose coming out is joy of life. Wow. Trust, open your hands, share, let go. Your purpose here is to be in joy. Your life purpose. You came here to be in joy. Cups energy. That's that Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups, to sing. That's this energy of dancing and singing. There's music notes. Some of you may be musicians. That your cup will overflow. You know, that there's multiple cups. Trust. You came here to learn to trust. Trust the universe. Open your hands. Share. That's that 6 of Cups energy, to share what you have and let go. Let go of the drama. Let go of the fighting. You came here to be in joy, to open. That's your soul purpose here, is the joy of life. Your strength, creation. Yes. I mean, really, your strength is your unique expression, the flow of your creation and your joyfulness. I mean, look at that. Creation. Sophia, the creatrix. You're a creator. Spirit wants you to create. It's a strength of yours. What do you create? What do you love to create? What do you want to create? All of this drama is taking up too much space. Too much space. It's not allowing you to create fully. And it's okay. There's no judgment. You're here to learn through all of this process, right? Okay, and then what do we say? Your spiritual gifts. Oh, opening the heart. You have a right to love and be loved. Heart healing. It is about the heart for you. Gosh, this is such a Cancer reading. It's such a water reading. Spiritual gift. You know, I feel like this is about you really wanting to come into union with someone that you feel like that's where you're really going to shine, is within a partnership, within a relationship. If those of you who are in a relationship, in a partnership, then that is your spiritual gift. You're like, yes, my partner is my gift. All this fighting and nonsense could be totally from outside of your relationship. Here's this Ace of Cups with the Queen of Cups. And then look at that. Opening the heart. That's where your spiritual gifts are going to be turned on. It's almost like Spirit doesn't even want to say totally. They want you to open the heart for the spiritual gifts to come in. But you are a creator. You know, so that's your strength. And that is also a spiritual gift. Your life purpose. Joy of life. Open the heart. Wow. This is amazing. I love it, Cancer. I love it so much. Right to love and be loved. Heart healing. Heart healing. Maybe you need some heart chakra healing. I know I said I wasn't going to, but let's just get you a crystal card and see what crystal comes out. Okay? I know, I go so long, but that's okay. Okay. I go where the messages take me. You know, I know some readers, they don't go this long. Some do, but anyway, these are monthlies. So it's fine. Okay. One crystal card for my dear Cancers. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Courage, Bloodstone. I love this card. She's a warrior. And that's why I was saying, you know, this was the advice, the Nine of Inspiration, to keep going, to persevere. These cards go very, very well together. This came out in the Libra reading for this month. This was Libra's crystal card for August. So it really is saying, like, persevere, have courage, you can do this. It takes courage to surrender to joy, doesn't it? It actually takes courage to do that. It takes courage to want to really create. It really does. I totally understand. It takes courage. It takes courage to open the heart, to be vulnerable. It takes courage to set the boundaries. It takes courage to set boundaries. It takes courage to look at ourselves in the mirror and see where we're responsible. All of this takes courage. Bloodstone may be a great stone for you. It's green with little flecks of red. It's really good for heart healing. It's really good for activating the root chakra so that we feel safe. We feel safe in our own body. We feel safe to take the next steps that are necessary. You know, it can give you the courage. Look at her, just to like walk across fire, to walk through the fire. She's got a shield of bloodstone and she's walking on these bloodstones. Like I was saying, this wounded warrior energy, but she doesn't look wounded. And the Nine of Wands in this deck, she doesn't look wounded either. She's emerging from like a portal, a gateway, Lion's Gate. This is you emerging from Lion's Gate. That's what I feel. This is what you've learned in Lionsgate. Maybe there was just a lot of drama around this Lionsgate for you. Bloodstone. Maybe look into Bloodstone. It's really good for supporting the body too. Physical health of the body, even the immune system. It's good for, like, I think cellular repair, that kind of thing. So, and it could even be lucky for money too, for attracting abundance. I love her. Man, is she fierce. I want her on my team. That's you, Cancer. So, all right, my dear Cancers, I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I know it was a little heavy. Let's see where we land for September, you know? Let's see how you can transform some of these energies. And if it does resonate for you, I would love to know. And if it doesn't, that is fine too. Like, I take no offense. If this is not your message, it's not your message, you know? And maybe, you know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, and that's okay. Yeah, so I will see you all for September, just in another couple of weeks, and I wish you all the best, nothing but the best. Take really, really good care, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much, Cancer. Bye-bye.